Hi, good afternoon to all my dear and lovely students. Today I am here with a new video that will be especially dedicated to the students of Standard 10. I hope this video will satisfy and fulfill the needs of the students of class 10. From today, I will be making the videos that will be completely related with the subjects of history. See, the topic of history that I am going to deal and that is prescribed in the syllabus of standard 9 and 10 is not just the study of history. To understand the concepts of history, you will have to understand the terminologies of the polity. So, the syllabus of history of standard 9 and 10 is not just the history. It can be called the politico-history. Okay. So, see, I will be discussing with the syllabus of history. So, the most important topic that is discussed not only in the syllabus of standard 9 but in the syllabus of standard 10 also is about French Revolution. See, the syllabus of French Revolution has been divided by the CBSE into two parts, in standard 9 and standard 10. What you have to study in standard 9 is totally different than what you have to study in standard 10. But there is similarity in the sense that unless and until you understand the topic of standard 9, you can't be able to understand the concepts that has been described in standard 10. Okay. So, seeing the importance of French Revolution of standard 10, first of all I would like to revise whatever is discussed in the syllabus of standard 9. After making a revision of that topic, we will be taking the detailed discussion about what we have to study in the class 10. So, now let us start. See, French Revolution. This is the topic, and this syllabus is split into two parts, 9th class and 10th class. So, see, let us start with the topic of French Revolution that has been discussed in standard 9. We will take a quick revision of that. See, under the syllabus of French Revolution that we have to discuss in standard 9, we have already discussed that what were the causes that led for the change of the regime, means from monarchy towards republic or towards democracy. What were the causes of the revolution, how people struggled against the monarchy, and what was the outcome of the revolution. So, see, under the outcome also, the basic concept is that earlier all the power was vested with the monarchs, but later with the transfer of power from monarchs to an elected body of National Assembly, and this National Assembly was divided into three parts: legislative, executive and judiciary. So, we all know that the work of legislation includes the formulation of policies or prepare the policies for the nation, and the work of the executive is to implement the policies formulated by the legislature. So, see, first of all we will discuss about the causes of the French Revolution. Causes of French Revolution. See, this cause of French Revolution is also divided into two parts, or we can say that for the ease of our understanding, I am splitting the causes of French Revolution into two parts. general cause, and other is immediate cause. Immediate cause. Say, under the general cause, number one was prices of commodities or food grains was rising with the rise in the population. Okay, and the second was members of third estate was only exploited, both physically as well as economically, because the burden of taxation was only on the soldiers of the members of third estate, and the members of first and second estate were exempted from paying any kind of taxes. They were privileged class and they were totally exempted from paying taxes. So see, what led for the monarch or Louis XVI to raise the taxes? See, as we all know that in 1774, Louis XVI ascended the throne, and when he ascended the throne, he felt or he realized that the treasure was empty. There were no wealth left with the king. So, in order to carry out daily tasks of the monarchical court as well as to meet the expenses of the offices, government offices like universities, court and army etc., he was compelled to increase the taxes, and it was the only members of the third estate who was paying taxes. So, and one more reason was that due to which monarch was in need of the money was its involvement in war to make the people of America independent against the Britain, because as we all know that America was also a colony of British. Okay, so and French people were against the war because it costed very much to general people of France. So see, apart from these causes, the immediate cause was that to increase the taxes, the king was not solely authorized to take the decision of increasing the taxes. So, according to the provisions of the old regime means the time period before the French Revolution, means the period of time before the French Revolution, that is 1789, means before 1789 the period was called old regime. Okay, so see, according to the provisions of the old regime, king had to summon the meeting of the members from all the three estates. Okay, that is first estate, second estate and third estate. So the elected representatives from each of the estate had to participate in the meeting before taking the decision of increasing of the taxes. So a meeting was called and the representatives from all the three estates had come to participate in the proceedings of the meeting. So first estate 300 representatives, representative. Similarly, second estate 300 representative, and from third state 600 members, 600 third state 600 representatives participated. And these representatives were what? Elected body. Because it was not possible for the monarchs to take the view of all the citizens of France. So, members from each of the society, that is first estate, second estate and third estate, were elected from among the people itself. That used to represent the citizens of the nation whenever any kind of decision had to take. So see, according to the provisions of the old regime, the vote of each estate to be counted as one vote. So 300 representatives was equal to one vote. These members or representatives from the second estate, means 300 representatives were to be counted as one vote, and similarly 600 representatives from third estate was to be counted as one vote only. So by this way, this was also one vote. So by this way, king used to do whatever he wanted, because these two estates were what? Privileged class, and these two were exempted from paying taxes. So these two were always agreeing to the views of the king or monarchs. So only one vote from the members of the third estate could not decide, or what kind of changes they were in need, that could not be forced on the monarchs. So see, members of the third estate this time demanded that the voting method should be changed. Instead of counting each estate as one vote, each member should be counted as one vote. Okay, so see what had happened, that according to this demand there would be total 1200 votes. 1200 votes. So members of third estate society demanded change in the procedure of election. So according to this methodology, there would have been 1200 votes. Their demand was to merge all the three estates and counted them together. So this was the immediate cause, because king denied to adopt such a kind of voting system, and angered by the denial of the king, the members of the third estate walked out of the state assembly. They gathered in the hall of an indoor tennis court, and there they announced themselves as National Assembly, and they promised or oathed not to leave this tennis court unless and until a new constitution is framed for whole of the France. So let us discuss what was the new constitution. Okay. So see, a new constitution was prepared, and according to the provisions of this constitution, the monarchical power was limited, and monarch was made the constitutional monarchs. Constitutional monarchs means From now on, he was only to act according to the advices of the elected representatives of the National Assembly. He was to act according to the suggestions provided by the members of the National Assembly. Okay, and similarly, some political rights was also provided to the peoples of the France, and those rights were that political rights. Certain political rights were also provided to the people of France, and those political rights were what? Anyone above 25 years of age with at least 3 days wages of working should be qualified as active members of the society. So only this this criteria was put forth for the members of the society who could only vote in the elections. So, and the rest of the citizens to be grouped as passive citizens. So this was the criteria for the citizens to be called as active citizens, and these were called, those who did not fulfill the above criteria were to be called as passive citizens, and this also included women plus members of the society who were below 25 years of age, as well as those persons who could not pay the taxes of at least 3 days of his work. Okay, so this was the criteria, and these were the rights that were provided to the people of France. And on the other side, what has happening, that this monarch Louis XVI was busy in collusion against the members of the National Assembly with the King of Prussia as well as the King of Austria, because as we all know that Louis XVI was married with the Princess of Austria, and her name was Marie Antoinette. Okay, Marie Antoinette. Okay, that is why the King of Prussia as well as the Kingdom of Austria was in the helping mood to the monarch of France. So see, realizing his integrity, the members of the, or we can say that the representatives of the National Assembly waged war against the King of Prussia as well as the King of Austria before they could do anything to help the monarchs of France. So seeing no escape, the monarchs accepted all the demands of the members of the third estate, including a new constitution for the France. Okay. So see, it was the year 1791 when a new constitution was framed. It was the year 1791 when a new constitution was prepared for the whole of the France. Okay. So see, the constitution of 1791 empowered only the richer sections of the society, and empowered in the sense of that political rights were provided only to those who were richer sections of the society. The poor section or the disadvantageous sections of the society were left on its earlier fate. As a result, a number of political clubs came into existence. We can say that most popular among these political clubs was the political club of Jacobins. Its leader was Maximilien Robespierre. Maximilien Robespierre was a lawyer by profession and formed the top strata of the members of the third estate. Okay. So see, Jacobin club, Jacobins, got its name from the old convent of Saint Jacob in Paris. See, convent means what? A monastery for the nuns, or a place of worship for the people of the Christianity religion. Okay. So see, in the summers of 1792, again a coup was plotted to revolt, and this time the deprived members of the society actively participated against the existing political scenario. So see, and who were the members of the Jacobins club? These were especially, see here, members of Jacobins clubs, were mostly barbers, watchmakers, landless, laborers, artisans, and peasants. So these people plotted a coup in the summers of 1792 against the existing situation, and the result of this revolution was that king was taken under the custody, okay, and many of the palaces as well as the manor of the feudal chiefs were confiscated and plundered. The property of the churches were also confiscated, and these were changed into barracks as well as government offices. So see, king was taken into custody, and his family members were made hostages of the revolutionary armies, and king was put under trial by the court, and he was executed after the decree of the court. He was sentenced to death. Okay, and after some time in 1793, King Louis XVI sentenced to death in 1793, and just after his execution, his wife Marie Antoinette also met with the same fate, and the assembly and the constitution was also changed, and National Assembly was henceforth to be called as convent, national convent, national convent, national convention, convention. The National Assembly was henceforth to be called as National Convention. And according to the new constitution that was prepared, let me read this. And according to the new constitution, some rights were again given to the deprived sections also. And according to the constitution, now the voting age was lowered to 21 years. 21 years of age, regardless of wealth. Means anyone who has attained the age of 21 years of age or above were given voting rights, as well as the criteria of payment of taxes was also removed, because in earlier provisions, or we can say that according to the provisions of the 1791 constitution, who could vote? Only those who could pay at least 3 days wages as tax to the government, and only they were to be called as active citizens. And these active citizens were to elect the electors. Electors in turn were authorized to elect the representatives to represent the citizens of France in National Assembly. Only electors. See, active citizens were empowered to elect the electors, and electors in turn were empowered to elect the representatives for National Assembly. Okay. So see, now the wealth criteria was also removed, and each of the citizens were empowered to vote, participate in the voting process. But this time also women were excluded from voting rights. Voting rights were given only to men, and women were now also kept aloof from voting procedure. So see, the period from 1793 to 1793 to 94 is called Reign of Terror, and Maximilien Robespierre became the ruler of France. And this period is called Reign of Terror due to his harsh and severe nature of punishment that he used to inflict upon his opponents, as well as the members of his own members, those who went against his policies or those who criticized his policies. Okay, so the people who used to criticize Maximilien Robespierre was to be guillotined, means his head was to be cut off, his head was to be chopped off with a kind of tool, and that tool was made with the help of two iron pillars hanged by sharp sword. Okay, so in 1794, this Maximilien Robespierre also met with the same fate. He was also guillotined. So this was the Reign of Terror, and Maximilien Robespierre brought harsh policies include fixation of prices of food grains, rationing of meat and bread. Only white bread made up of whole wheat was allowed to consume, and each one in the society was allowed to consume the same nature and quality of food grains. There could not be any kind of discrimination, neither in consumption of food nor in the addressing of the people. Means every citizen of the France was henceforth to be called as citoyen and citoyenne. Citoyen and citoyenne. Citoyen for male citizens and citoyenne for female. So this was the reign of terror. Okay, and after this we will discuss about the Directory. A Directory ruled France. So after the execution of or we can say that after the guillotining of the Robespierre, there was again chaos and political instability in the France, and this was to be removed, and for this purpose a Directory was henceforth to rule the France. So instead of one legislative council that was acting before 1794, okay, from now 2 legislative councils was to be established under the directorship of the 5 members. 5 members was to act as directors, and 2 legislative council was also established, and these 5 directors were appointed keeping in view concentration of power in one hand, to restrict the concentration of power in one hand. Okay, because we have seen that Robespierre became dictator. Okay, so a directory was henceforth to rule France, and the directory was to be constituted of 5 directors. Okay, and now the situation that has created was that these directors were always in clash with the members of the legislative council. So at last a decision was taken to dismiss the directors. So all the directors were dismissed by the passing of the bill in the 2 legislative councils. So after the dismissal of these directors, now again chaos and confusion was prevailing in the France. So the advantages of this situation was taken by the sections of the middle classes of the society. Okay, and the throne of the France was usurped by a military dictator named Napoleon Bonaparte. He was a military officer, and he usurped the throne, taking advantage from the political instability in France. He usurped the throne. So see, apart from these happenings, other small incidents also took in the French society. And what were these? And these were the introduction of the uniform for the revolutionary people, like sans culottes, sans-culottes. Sans-culottes. These were striped pants with on also red cap was also introduced, and some symbols was also adopted, like a snake eating its tail, symbol of eternity, and never endless, means a period of time which will never end. A scepter, royal authority. A scepter used to denote the royal authority. Law tablets were also symbolized. So these were the situations. So we have discussed the French Revolution and its outcome. What was the outcome of the French Revolution, or what kind of political changes took place after the revolution? Declaration of rights of men and citizens were also demanded and accepted also, but the declaration of rights of women and citizens were denied. They were not approved by the government. And we have also seen that a lady named Olympe de Gouges were guillotined by the order of the Maximilien Robespierre. So this was our revision.